Hi guys.
Hello.
Hello. Thank you for joining us for the Hero live stream today. Shippy couldn't make it again. We're sorry. He's busy making interviews in the forest, but I'm filling in for him. I'm Octarina, the community manager, and I'm with Juan Andres and Juan Carlos, and they're the game designers behind the Kingdom Rush Alliance. Today we're going to be diving into the heroes of the game, showing them off, answering your questions. So please drop your questions in the chat. We will keep an eye open for them. And remember to pre-order Kingdom Rush on Google Play, on the App Store, and add it to your Steam wishlist. We're trying to get to 100k wishlists on Steam, and we are halfway there. So every wishlist counts. Okay. So let's do this. Here we have the hero room. How many heroes are there in the game?
12.
12.
Yeah.
And it's half and half from the Alliance and the
Exactly. Yeah, we want to have both factions represented equally. 12 heroes. 4 will be free, at least for mobile, right? And yeah, as you can see, it's a very varied. How you say?
Roster.
Yeah, roster. Yeah.
Do you have any favorites?
We do.
Of course.
I mean,
You will.
which hero is your favorite? And it cannot be Raylin.
Mine?
Yes.
I like Neru.
Good.
Yes, he's cute and he likes nature. I like his voice too.
Okay.
What's yours?
I'm still thinking. I can decide between Grimson and Onagro. Yep.
Good. Mine is Warhead. Definitely.
Okay.
He's good.
Yeah.
Okay, and in the previous live stream, we discussed how having two heroes affects the gameplay, right? So, with more power comes a bigger challenge to face, right? So, how was it balancing the game to fit this new mechanic of having two heroes at once?
Okay. The thing is that heroes are beings with great powers, so if we balanced this game like it was a previous Kingdom Rush game, we would have to make the heroes a little bit weaker, because now you have two of them. We didn't want them to feel weaker, so everything had to go up, and it was a challenge because now you have to micromanage a lot. I mean, in comparison with the previous games, some enemies are tougher, some waves can also feel more crowded, there are more enemies that you have to face, but that, despite being it a challenge to balance all of that, you get some interactions that feel pretty spectacular when both heroes use their powers. So it's totally worth it. We believe it is a really great addition to the gameplay, and of course we find it really, really fun, and we cannot wait for you to try it.
Yeah. Regarding that, some people are asking which is the weakest hero. We
All right.
we hope that is not something that dies, but right now I think Grimson and Seran are in the weaker side. We are, as we said in the previous live stream, we are still tweaking some stuff, mainly based on the testers' feedback. So those are the ones that are next in the balance tweaks.
Right, so
Yes.
the values that we see right now, they are not final.
Yeah, exactly.
It's important to
And
know.
it applies for everyone. But those two are the ones that are that need balance changes the most. Yeah.
And with regard to that of the hero weakness, we like to think some heroes more suitable to certain moments or waves in the stage. So some heroes might feel weaker for doing certain tasks, and the other ones might feel stronger. And the fun thing is to combine heroes whose weaknesses and strengths overlap or actually do not match, so you can compensate with each other.
So that's a big part, mixing heroes that have complementary abilities.
Yes.
Exactly. Yeah. I mean, Vesper and Raylin are the perfect example, right?
We're going to start with Vesper and Raylin. Maybe I can
good.
put that gameplay first.
All right.
And here we have that
Let's see it.
the duo. we have been talking quite a bit about them since they are the first heroes that we get in the game and also the first we reveal.
Do we
into the
have them?
community.
Oh, okay, they are level 10, so they have all their
Yes,
skills,
they're
right?
level 10 and playing stage 2.
Yeah.
So a bit overpowered for this, but it serves to show their abilities, I think.
Yeah. But as I was saying, this is a perfect example, right? Because Rayleigh is great at stalling enemies. I'm guessing we will see this now. But yeah, she can summon an extra unit. She can stun enemies in an area, right? So she's really good at stopping enemies. And Vesper is great at dealing damage from afar, right? So you could defend a choke point with those two heroes only, right? And leave your barracks in another path. Right now, both paths converge in the same one, so it's there's not much strategy to make here.
Yeah, but on other stages you
yeah,
have separate.
You could leave your barracks to defend one point, and I personally like to play that like that with my two heroes playing together. But I've seen some people playing with them in different paths and defending different points.
And there are different upgrade paths that you can take, right? One, if you want to play with the heroes together.
Yeah, but they are not mutually exclusive, like the
Okay.
reinforcement one. So you can have them both active at the same time and have the benefits if you play with them together, or if you have them separated. You will have either of those benefits, but they are not exclusive. Yeah.
Nice. Maybe we could go to the next heroes, or do you want to see something else
Have you
about
seen all
Vesper and
the
Rayleigh?
skills? Oh yeah, we see the Reign of Arrows.
I think we saw something important to notice is that we don't have the Rain of Fire or a similar ability, right? We have two hero powers. Here we have Rayleen's Dark Knight and Vesper's Rain of Arrows.
Yeah,
right?
exactly. And this ties together with what we were speaking, that you can match you can pick heroes based on their strengths, and we wanted to convey that with their skills too, with their hero spells. I mean, because you have in this example one that does damage in a big area to many enemies, and another spell that is not damage but it's an extra unit, right? So you can achieve different things with their hero spells, hopefully. We'll see other hero spells. Most of them do damage because it's what the usually player wants something to deal with enemies fast. But we try to make each one of those have their own twist.
Well, the thing about hero powers is that they do not actually, not all of them can interact with heroes, because if your hero is down, then you couldn't use that power. So we want powers to be used almost any time. Some of them might have some extra interaction, like, for example, Anya's ultimate ability also to revive, but we try to focus on the fact that you can use the powers anytime, at any moment, and it does not depend whether the hero is alive.
Yes, and you can even throw it far away from the hero. Like in this gameplay, it's me playing, and sometimes I use the Dark Knight on the other path. Like Rayleigh is on one side, and I could drop right now, for instance.
Yes.
Rayleigh is on one side, and her knight is covering.
And also you can move him too, right? You can drag him and move him across the path. It's not a unit that you summon in it stays in the place.
Yes, that's nice. All right. Maybe we could go to the next couple heroes.
Sure.
Because the next one is one that was really people were really looking forward to seeing her.
Okay.
So here we have Anya and Therian. And Anya has captivated fans ever since they read her description on the trailer. And when fans saw who her parents are.
Fun fact, we actually rewrote her description to be more subtle about her heritage, but the trailer was already been made, so we couldn't update the description. So it was a bit more subtle, but now everyone knows her. She is the daughter of Dante and Lucrezia. But it wasn't a secret, right? It was pretty obvious.
And what abilities does she inherit from her parents?
Well, we wanted to make her something related to a vampire, but we didn't want to make another Margosa, right, from Kingdom Rush Vengeance. So while trying to grab stuff from popular media for vampires, we wanted to go for this mist form that some vampires may have sometimes. So most of her spells that are that have a vampiric touch are the implies she turns into mist. So when she moves long distances, she transforms into a ghost and moves faster, and also she looks like a ricochet, right? She bounces between enemies, converting into mist. And then she has a strike, right? Like every seventh strike does cures her. And then, well, the rest of the skills are more related to her father, right? Like spinning and shooting guns and things like that to convey that she's also demon hunter or creature hunter. And well, her hero spell is literally her father, right? Spirit. That's why he can revive her, but you can also use it far away, and he will shoot enemies and such. But yeah, we try to convey both of her parents through her skills.
Nice.
I don't know if there's another question or something.
Yeah.
Therian looks like an elf from space, someone said, and it's exactly...
It's sort of the idea.
Yeah.
I mean, the idea is that Therian is a mage that uses energies from the void, which is a small spatial plane, which is a place we're going to visit. And she makes a magic clone of herself to attack enemies. She can bind them and imprison them in this other dimension for some seconds. She also opens some rifts on the path that damage enemies that cross over. Right there you can see the cosmic prison is this place where she sends her enemies, and that traps them in this other dimension and deals damage to them. So sometimes when they come back dead.
Yeah.
And what is it that she does to the towers?
Oh, she increases their range.
Ah, nice.
Yeah, that's one of the spells that we want to buff a little. Right now it seems a bit underwhelming, but yeah, she increases the range of nearby towers for a few seconds. But yeah, we wanted to make she's not the only elf that uses powers from the space, but we wanted to convey it differently from the Elven Stargazer. That those are the common elves, the Sylvan elves, that use more like a moon related and stars related, more like bright cosmic energy, and she's more like the dark. And she represented the darker, how you say, the darker aspects of the space, right?
So I see people asking here. Show asks, is Dante dead then?
That's a good question.
Yes, I think it speaks for itself.
He's a ghost.
Yeah. We won't say how.
You'll find out.
There's another thing about Therian. When she travels long distances, she teleports. So she's another fast hero. If you want to cover, huge spaces between towers and all over the stage, she's a really good choice.
I don't know if you move her long distances here, but at the end teleports, right? So I think we have a lot of heroes this game that build on that
quickly.
mechanic. Yeah,
I
think
see
it's really
people
fun.
grieving for Dante in the chat.
Yeah. Well, that's what you get when you are a creature hunter, right?
Dangerous job.
Yeah. Sometimes you fight dangerous creatures. Sometimes you creep on a branch and can break your neck.
Well, we could go to the other couple of heroes. We have a lot of ground to cover.
Okay.
Comments.
Okay.
Other match that I made over here is Neru, my boy, and Grimson.
Okay.
And I saw someone ask in the chat, or asked, is Grimson a Twilight elf?
It's implied that he is. Yeah.
All right.
It is. Yeah. We don't say it anywhere in the game, but not only he's a Twilight elf, but there's another Twilight elf in the game, and they are related. So yeah, I think you can make your conclusions there.
And I also saw, not right now, but I saw people asking, wait, is Grimson from the cult? Then why is he fighting against the cult?
Oh, you want to speak it?
Okay, so his backstory, he was captured by the cult and experimented upon with dark magic. So they wanted to turn him into a monster, like the ones you end up fighting in the gameplay. And they couldn't turn him, so they left him to rot in a cell, and all of those experiments actually awakened something within him, so that this magic transformed him in a way, but he's not a slave of the cult, and he uses these newfound powers to escape the cult and join the alliance and fighting back in revenge. And he has a really interesting ability kit, because he fights using himself as a weapon. He turns himself into a weapon. Like the cult wanted to use him as a weapon, but they failed, and now he's a really powerful weapon that's aimed against them. I believe that's one of the things that I like the most about the hero.
Yeah. I think it gave us a lot of opportunities to make him fun. I think the artists have fun animating him and doing. I don't know if you see him while he moves long distances, he turns into this goop form and like, does some like jumps. That's really fun. Can we see that again?
Yes, I can go back.
That instakill is really fun. Can we pause these videos?
Yes.
Okay, let's be, because it's that frame is in specific is.
Let's see if I can.
There. Yeah.
There, yum.
I think it's really funny.
It's great. And then Neru has a very different sort of magic, right?
Yes.
Yeah, he's as an Arborian, he has all this connection with nature, and his skills represent that, right? Green energy, thorns. He applies the buffs that debilitate enemies.
Oh, I see people here asking, what is Grimson's role in the game? Is he a tank, DPS, control hero, tower buff?
Well,
what is he?
He's like a melee fighter, right? But he plays somewhat similar to what was Grimson, right? Like he has a lot of damage, but he's not very strong per se. But he can regenerate and heal while attacking. So he's like he promotes like a risky style, right? Yeah. You can leave him fighting alone, and he should be. He can sustain his life, right? Fighting and healing, but you can't totally forget about him, because he can die if his kills are on cooldown, right? So it's a bit risky. Yeah, he's focused on dealing damage and healing and stuff like that. And Neru he's like the de facto mage from the game. At least he's the only free mage, the only free hero. But he has some skills that are very powerful, like some green orb that he shots. We will see sometime. That's like really high damage. But he also has a lot of debuffs that affects various enemies in an area and things like that. And Neru's hero spell is more like support, right? It applies slow. It also deals some damage, but it's not the focus of the skill. So you have to combine it with other things to make the most out of it.
Interesting.
So Grimson is basically a glass cannon. Yeah, that's exactly right.
Well, the thing about Nero is that he seems fragile, but he packs quite a punch. I mean, we saw, we can see that the Burden Blast is actually really powerful. He can also summon wisps to help him in battle. He can use a whirlwind shield that heals him and deals damage to creatures that come at close quarters.
I forgot about that, yeah.
I mean, he has a really complete kit.
I think that's one of his most powerful skills, right? The whirlwind, the leaf whirlwind.
Yeah.
He can even tank a beer while he has it active.
Yeah, well, the thing is, because sometimes having two heroes means double the work. So sometimes you might, forget that you left a hero in front of many enemies. So Nero has these abilities to help him survive a little bit longer until you notice him again.
I see Shawnee asking here, is there a hero
Yeah.
that buffs soldiers
I was going
in
to
Barak?
read that because I've seen it many times.
We'll get to that.
It is. There is.
Ah.
I'm guessing if we are seeing all the heroes, we will get to it. But,
we could go to the next
Okay,
pair of heroes. And the next one that we have here is Torres and Warhead, your favorite.
Okay.
And I saw someone ask if Dusko asked, is Torres Latino?
No, because Latin America doesn't exist in the Kingdom Rush games. But he's from a faraway land. Yeah, he's not from the area, right? It's really fun seeing them work together because he's really slow. He's just a big man with his tools and things like that, and the other is a powerful robot with sheds and things like that. It's really funny seeing them together.
Yes, it is. Warhead is surprisingly fast. As a tank, I was expecting him to move super slowly, but with his fire thing,
Yeah,
just
we think of him like of it like a train, right? It's like a locomotive.
Well, he hits like one.
Exactly. Yeah. I have a question for you, Octarina. Why did you choose these pairings?
Oh, I just went from what I thought the match somehow, since they are both tanky and big guys, I thought they looked good together.
Okay, because I think it's funny that you can see like a really common everyday man, right? Like that wants to add to the battle instead of just being in the sidelines, constructing towers, and then you have a construct thing, right? Like the constructor and the construct is really fun.
Yeah.
Pairing.
It's a good
But yeah, as we can see there, you can go a bit
I can
back.
go back, yes.
We can see like one of
It
key
would
features from Torres, like he's the main architect and builder behind all the towers or we want to imply that like he's been along the Linerian forces for a long time building their defenses, and he now wants to be part of the battle, right? So he can construct very quick and very fragile towers, but in an instant. And all his skills play on that. He can summon his workers to aid him in battle for a while. And what? He has this spin attack with his big woody friend.
So Chris here is asking if Warhead has insta kills.
Yes. Well, Warhead is pretty much a really big, mean war machine. He's very explosive. That's what I like about this hero. A couple of his skills have to deal with fire damage. He deals damage in an area. He fires cinders against his opponents. He jumps over them and stuns them. And there you can see his insta-kill. He actually uses a rocket fist to knock an enemy into oblivion. Then we have the cinder attack, and his ultimate ability is summoning a huge war train that travels along the path, dealing damage to enemies. He's a really fun hero, and it's really nice to see him. You just let him loose. Beating the enemies.
Yeah, exactly.
Arthur here, asked Torres seems like an amazing staller. Who would you say is the best at stalling here in the game?
It's his main role in the game. We spoke about Grimson's role, right? But Torres' specialty is like he can hold a choke point all by himself, especially with his 2 extra units that he summons. And he even makes a tower that can deal some damage too. So we are hoping that he can be the best at stalling groups of enemies by himself. Yeah.
Good. And what happens if he gets on very low HP? Does he still hold?
Oh, I don't. Yeah, we haven't seen that, but yeah, he can even sustain himself too, because he might not have life regeneration like Grimson and things like that. He might not eat an enemy, but he's always prepared with some snacks on his backpack. maybe we won't see him because he's too strong for this stage.
Yeah.
But when he's low on health, he can take a lunch break, right? To eat something.
Yeah, he also has his construction workers.
Yeah. I don't know if you can see them. No, but we've seen them, right?
Yes.
Yes,
yeah,
they
we've seen
made
them.
an appearance.
They
Okay.
appear.
I love the. Can we go back and see the Warhead animation where
Where was it?
he's basically he's like a train, but also have like moves like a gorilla.
Yeah, he has something like that. I mean, he's very, he lives for the brawl.
Yeah,
Literally.
the artists were really wacky while animating him, and I think it adds a lot of personality to
Yes.
what could be a boring robot, right?
Yes.
Yes, he's also very fun to play with.
And he has a really nice voiceless. We haven't, we didn't speak about the
No,
voiceless.
Yeah, do we have some in this
Yes,
video?
it has sound, but it's pretty
Okay.
low because otherwise they wouldn't be able to hear us.
Okay.
Well,
But you can see actually some of the voice lines in the YouTube channel.
Yeah, the one.
and
from
the
short
short
interview.
video. Yeah,
Yeah.
that was an amazing video. I
Well,
love
our heroes have really, really nice voice lines, and they give them a lot of personality. I believe Warhead has, some kind of. He's like a troublemaker in the battlefield, but he's still a robot, and that is really well represented in his voice lines, and it makes it really fun.
Yeah, he did an amazing job. Like always, right? He's always stand up, and I'm always surprised that he's been voicing Kingdom Rush characters for a lot of games, and he can still do new voices.
Yeah.
I don't know how he does it, but he comes up with something new every time. Someone asked, "What's the big thing that comes from the sky?" And I think it's the Torres hero spell. Can we go up a bit?
Yes, I don't know how long.
You can watch the
I-
icon. Yeah, watch the icon when
Oh.
it's ready.
Yeah, I always spam it as soon as it's available.
I think it's a bit back.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah.
okay.
There it is.
Maybe
I may
we
use
see
it in a second.
Okay, yeah. It's really simple, but it's really effective, both visually and in terms of mechanically, right? It's just damage and a stun in an area. There.
Yeah, there.
Oh, you cast both spells. You throw
Overkill.
you throw a train and a wrecking ball over them, and they somehow still going. Okay.
Yeah, those bears are strong.
I love that we are using this stage to play, because in every stream people can see a certain character that's an Easter egg in the stage, and they are always asking about him.
Asking by name.
Yeah, we can speak say a lot about that for legal reasons.
But you get an idea.
Yeah, you see it.
Yeah.
I think there's another question.
Oh, we could go to the next pair if there's nothing more to add about Torres and Warhead. Torres looks like all.
How do we upgrade hero abilities from the hero room structure? We are using the same system as the other games. So you go to the hero room, your hero levels up in each stage, and then you choose which powers you want to use your points to make the certain powers available or stronger. It is the same as the other Kingdom Rush games.
Yeah, and regarding the Rain of Fire, because people want to know now that we don't have Rain of Fire or similar spells, what happens with the upgrade tree, right?
Yeah.
And yeah, we don't have that branch, but we have an entirely new branch that relates to the alliance in itself, right? Gives you different boons and different benefits if you play with Dark Army heroes or towers or Linealian heroes or towers. So you can, again, those are not exclusive. You can have all the upgrades from that branch, but it gives you different benefits if you play with either one of those. So you always will have a benefit, but you can choose which one do you want most from.
All right. Well, We could go to Onagro and Broden.
Okay.
Those are the next.
Okay,
The
the
next
two
pair.
the two
Yes.
engineers.
Broden
Well,
is so much fun.
He's not much as an engineer, but well, you will see for it.
Yeah, so what sets them apart? What makes them unique?
You wanna talk?
Well, it's a really hard question because they share similarities that they are both really boisterous, really loud
Loud
characters.
and loving vehicles, right?
Yeah.
One more natural than the other, but they can be really good friends, right? They love their rights, they love their guns. Yeah, yeah. We went all out on that, and for Broden, he's like a really masculine and this action hero
Freedom.
protagonist. Yeah, he loves his guns. Well, yeah, his eagle screams. Yeah, he goes for delivering freedom across the area. But yeah,
And he's all about explosives, explosive action, all of the time. So he has this bomb that leaves fire on the path. His Griffin screams and stuns enemies. It can also devour an enemy that has low hit points, and then he goes all guns akimbo. And he's very simple and very effective. And it is always fun to see how Broden deals with enemies, because every time you move him, each voiceling is just hilarious.
yeah. Well, someone asked if Broden is a dwarf. Yes, he is. He is one of the few that want to help the alliance because, as we remember, Vesna decimated their numbers in vengeance. But some of them still want to fight for the land, and while he doesn't like the Dark Army that much, he can do well. Well, it's as he's rich, right? Well, in Onagro, I don't know if we zoom. You can zoom in this video, right?
I think
No,
if I
don't
touch
worry.
it,
Yeah,
I
don't
just
worry.
mess it up.
But his animations are really cool too.
Yes,
the
they are.
mech design is really nice.
There's one Discord player that made his phone case. He printed an agro on it because he's
Really?
number one on agro fan. Yeah.
Okay,
Oh,
I
really?
can see
Wow,
it.
nice.
Oh,
Even after is he a tester or only?
No, he's not a tester.
Oh wow.
Like really likes an agro.
Well, I really hope he likes it when he comes out. Then we can see his hero spell, right?
That's the
He summons
goblin.
a zeppelin that bombards the area. It's a third goblin. And we also have well, talking about roles. Onagro has a big range compared to the rest of the ranged heroes. We think of him more like a mobile tower, right? He can block enemies. He's like the mecha from the from Kingdom Rush Frontiers, right? In the tower. So he attacks, but he can block enemies. And the longer you have it in the same space, the more he will defend it because he can summon mines, right? After many seconds standing still, he throws a mine that stays in the path and deals damage when enemies get near. So it's best to put him in a place and leave him doing his things. Their thing, right? They are too. And he can deal with enemies very far away. He does a really high damage, I think. But yeah, I mean, you can move it and you can do, but because he's slow and he is better at dealing ranged damage, it's better to keep it in a certain space. And you can use the other hero to be more mobile, right? So he has a lot of synergy with more fast and quick heroes.
So this could be a good combo.
Yeah,
Broden
exactly.
moves really quickly between lines.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, Broden's just what he likes.
I saw a question here. Are there any achievements specific to the heroes, like surviving to the end of the stage without dying or something like that? Hero specific achievements.
No, we have the reaching level 10 with all the free heroes, right? With the 4 heroes. And also we have, it's somewhat related, the achievement for winning a stage with all heroes and all towers from the Dark Army, and another one for the Lydian forces. So it's a really nice challenge to find the ones that you feel more comfortable using.
Within each faction.
Yeah, exactly. We can see the eagles. The eagles, not the,
Oh, those
the tiny,
eagles,
the
they
tiny
are
hippos.
amazing.
Yeah,
They deal a ton of damage.
yeah. You can, I think you can't move them right now. They are attacking their place, but the damage they do there, it's really significant. So yeah, it's another. We wanted to represent to the Griffon, right? It's not just something Broden's riding. He can stand in an area, dives to eat an enemy. It's really it's more like a teamwork thing. Despite Broden being the main guy, and he summons his little child, attacking them.
Child eagles. Yes, they are great heroes.
Is there questions?
Then the next pair that we have to show are the two dragons.
Okay,
I don't know if you're ready
it
for
has
that.
come to this.
It has come to this. But I couldn't play this stage because this is level 2. And playing level 2 with two dragons, it
Yeah,
was too...
It's really overkill, right?
Yeah, so I at least I went to the next stage.
Okay.
So these dragons are pretty different from each other, right?
Yes.
You want to speak about them? I mean,
Okay.
yeah, you know Luminaire a lot.
Good. Luminaire is a dragon that stands for all that's good and just. It's the embodiment of light, and it's actually the light bringer that paladins pray to. And all of the abilities reflect that. I mean, it deals a ton of damage. It can also protect your units.
This is the hero that gives a buff to nearby barracks. She can give them armor and storm damage, right?
Yes.
She basically applies the Gerald's retribution buff.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So we want to keep that, as a callback to the powers from the paladins. And she can also summon a huge sword of light that stuns enemies and deals a lot of damage. Her ultimate ability is summoning some, celestial paladins. And I think the kit it's quite tight, and she has quite a presence. I mean, the design is really, really beautiful. It's like an armored dragon, but it's really organic, natural armor.
There we see the sword attack you mentioned. Yeah. I think we wanted to make something different, right? Because we have a lot of dragons by now. We wanted to see what can be done that hasn't been done in the past. Same as Cosmere, right? We don't even want to make another Beresad or things like that. So we wanted to tie him to something from this game, and well, he's a dragon that lives in the second area of the game, which is now being overrun by cultists. So he was living his peaceful life and there until the cult started their operations and things like that. So he now wants to reclaim his mountain. So that's why he joins the Dark Army, because it suits his ends better.
And with respect to what you said, making dragons a little bit different, dragons are often associated with different elements like fire, ice, and the rest. And Cosmere's abilities actually draw a lot from crystals and the earth. He can summon a crystal that pulsates, dealing damage to enemies. He also dives into the ground, generating a lot of crystal spikes. He has a stun breath ability. He's quite, if you compare it to Lumina, he is really more aggressive in his design and in his abilities.
Yeah, he has 0 support skills, right? He's all by himself dealing damage.
And
to big
Luminaire,
groups of enemies.
she buffs the barracks, right?
Exactly.
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, both are strong offensive heroes, but Luminaire actually cares a little bit more about the player's units.
And
Cosmere,
right?
Cosmere just doesn't.
Yeah.
He does his own.
There she put the the spiky aura.
I saw a question here. Are those crystals on the red dragon the same crystals as the ones the blood ogres had in
Yeah,
Origins?
the Obsidian from the Origins. I think you can make your connections, yeah, too, because there was red energy crystals that have chaotic effects on creatures, and they grow on the same continent, right? So maybe the Blood Obsidian that's present in Kingdom Rush Origins also ties with this, the glare and the energy from the Overseer that the cultists can channel through by using these crystals that they want.
I see people asking if these dragons are somehow connected to the dragons of previous games. Do you know each other?
No, I mean, at least not Cosmere because he lives a very secluded life up until the coast appear. And Lumini stays, yeah, on her side too, right?
Yes.
She
Minds her
only,
business.
yeah, she only appears when the situation needs it. But yeah, no, I don't think they know each other. Maybe Faustus because or Von Hartnaut because they are very old dragons that fight very long battles. So maybe they know each other, but they are not related in any major way.
Right. Yes. Not because they're dragons. They have to know each other.
Is the Origins continent going to make a comeback in Alliance? Yeah, we spoke about this in previous live streams. The whole game takes place in the southern continent. It's not the exact same place as Origins. It's a bit southern, but yeah, it's the old continent. And also, to repeat, the story picks up months after the events of Kingdom Rush Vengeance, even after all the update campaigns. So it's a follow-up to Vengeance directly, right? With the story taking place at the same time as Legend of Kingdom Rush. So
I saw a question that was quite back up in the chat. Someone asked, "What if the idea of the cult was taken from Legends of Kingdom Rush?" And because this game happens at the same time, yes, it is the same cult that Gerald and the others are fighting on Lineria. It's the same cult that we are fighting in this content.
exactly, yeah. While the heroes in Legends are playing are fighting against a smaller branch or newer branch from the cult that is taking root in Lineria. Best Done, along with the Linerian forces, are fighting the main part of the cult, right? Where the real leader is, and the plan to bring the Overseer to this world is taking place.
All right.
Will there be DLC or will the game be finished without updates at launch? We have some new update campaigns. I don't want to use the term DLC exactly, but yeah, there will be more content after release.
Yes. Okay, I think that's pretty much covers the dragons. You will get to see hero spotlights for each of. I don't know if all the heroes, but the dragons for sure. There's going to be a spotlight for them. So
Yeah, you can see the details on how the spells work and things like that.
yeah, the concept of them is amazing. I really like them, and I'm surprised how white Gosimir's are.
Yeah, and
It's very
his
muscular.
show is really strong.
Yeah.
I mean, that's props to our art team that actually
Yeah.
designed this, because it's really difficult to make dragons look very distinct and have a personality, and you
Yeah.
can tell very easily beyond coloring and all of that Lumine has a really different posture than Cosmere.
Yeah, and different face shape, right?
Yes.
And their jaws and their horns, and yeah, they do a really good job there. One thing that can be said is that while it looks really cool to play with two dragons, I think the game allows you to make different combinations, right? Because maybe you want to play with both heroes together, like I said I do. So I may choose to play with a flying hero and another one that can stall enemies, like for example Torres. You can have a really powerful dragon and Torres blocking enemies, and you have like a perfectly defended point there. So I think you can experiment and playing with each other and see what combination you like the most.
Right.
It will be fun.
Only because you can play with 2 dragons doesn't mean the
You
I mean,
It looks cool though. It's really fun.
it looks really cool. It's very powerful, but you know, we have a lot of other cool and powerful heroes. I believe we have really balanced roster, so it's really fun to mix all of them. That's something that this game has that we did not have in previous games. And mixing and matching them, trying them out, seeking different combinations for the abilities.
But even if you play with 2 dragons, that only means that you can rely a bit more on barracks. It's a perfectly good strategy too, right? So
Alright.
I think we've seen everyone.
Yeah, we sent everyone. So we can wrap it up for today.
Okay, I don't know if there's some.
If there's some other question, you can drop it. If you enjoyed what you've seen, subscribe. I think we are at about 75k subscribers. Let's get to 80. Let's get to 100k, and so we can get a little button here in the office. That would be neat. Subscribe.
Okay. Yeah. Sorry, I wanted to say only that the 4 main free heroes are Vesper, Raylin, Neru, and Grimson. Just to make things clear and to let you know.
Yes. Oh, also, please remember to pre-register on Google Play, pre-order on the App Store, and add to your wishlist on Steam. We are trying to get to 100k wishlist, and we are halfway there. Every wishlist counts. Please add the game to your wishlist, and you get a 10% discount the first week if you do. So add it. And we also have the fan art contest going on on social media. We love seeing your artwork. Yes. It's amazing. We share it here in the office all the time, and we comment how awesome it is that you're making such amazing art of these heroes and these characters that our team created. So you still have 2 weeks to participate, and our next live stream we're going to be checking out all the entries, and we're going to comment how amazing they are, and we're going to announce the winners live. So if you want to maybe show us your work and your interpretation of the characters, send your entry. Yes, everything is in the description, so check it out. And I think that's it.
Okay, yeah. Yes. Let's see us another time.
Yeah, see you then in a few weeks.
See you. Bye.
Bye.
Listen to nature.
Do not falter.
Bring it on.